Sir, I want to ask from the Honourable Minister through you, is that Housing for All by 2022 is a government initiative. Is it true, sir, that in this year budget, in the PMAY, your ministry has been granted 27,500 crore? Is it also true, sir, that to complete 1.12 crore houses, it will trigger an investment of more than 7 lakh crore? I want to know how do you intend to generate this revenue? Because I'm sure that you don't have a magic lamp wherein a genie comes out and gives you 7 lakh crore in 2 years. That is my first supplementary to you, sir.
I would like to inform the honourable member through you that yes, it is the government's objective, as enshrined in the Prime Minister's original statement, that it's his dream that by 2022, every Indian citizen, no matter where he or she lives, should have a home of their own with a title in the name of the lady of the house in order to encourage gender empowerment. Also, that it should be a pakka home with a kitchen, a toilet, and all other facilities which will be provided in a modern home. Now, when we embarked on this scheme, we realized that you needed to do a demand assessment, and the demand assessment was done before I joined this ministry, sir. According to that, we would have to construct or sanction 1 lakh homes. This demand assessment was subsequently revised to 1,12,000. Yes, it's true that we had a meeting in December. 1 crore 12 lakhs, 1 crore 12 lakhs, 1.12, 1 crore 12 lakhs. Sir, in the month of December, the Committee for Monitoring and Sanctioning of Projects, headed by the Secretary in the Ministry, approved 6.7 lakh homes under the request received. This took the figure over the 1 crore mark, and we have now sanctioned 1 crore 3 lakhs. The overall figure of 1 crore 12 lakhs will also be sanctioned, I think, within the next month or two. Now the issue comes on whether a project of this magnitude, a project which is so ambitious, it can be financed through budgetary allocation. I think on an average, if memory serves me right, we were getting about 6,500 crores in our budgets over the last 5 years. This was clearly not sufficient for us to be able to finance a project of this scale. Therefore, soon after I became a minister, we started examining the possibility of additional funding through the National Urban Housing Fund, NUHF, and we were able to secure another 60,000 crores. Now, sir, in many of these projects, first of all, in overall terms, out of 1.12 crores, 32 lakh beneficiaries have already received their homes, they are living in them. Another 62 lakh beneficiaries have had their projects grounded and work is going on. We have made the initial payment, but we will require more funds. In order to prepare myself for this question this morning, I knew that I would be asked this question. All I can say is, out of the earlier 60,000 crores, we have just got a release of 5,000 crores. We still have another 7,000 crores cushion there, but very soon we will have to look at another tranche of extra budgetary funding. And I want to assure the honourable member, I want to assure this House that we are intent on getting this scheme completed well before 2022, and we will find the resources in order to be able to complete that task.
मैं आपकी मदद चाहता हूं सर, मैं आपकी मदद चाहता हूं सर। यहां पर आप इनको ऐसा आसान से नहीं छोड़ेंगे। ये मेरा सवाल क्या था सर कि मिशन 2022 के तहत आपने वादा किया कि 1 करोड़ 12 लाख घर बनाए जाएंगे। मैंने मोहतरम से पूछा कि आपको इस साल बजट में 27,500 करोड़ रुपए दिए गए। 1 करोड़ 12 लाख घर को मुकम्मल करने के लिए आपकी मिनिस्ट्री को क्या 7 लाख करोड़ की जरूरत नहीं है? और आप फिरा कर कभी फास्टर वन, कभी गूगली, कभी चक कर रहे हैं, क्या है सर ये?
सर ये
एक सवाल सर आप देखिए सर, मेरा पहला अब इसी में चले आता है। हम एक पॉइंटेड सवाल किए मोहतरम से, वजीर साहब से, और वो बोल रहे कि रिसोर्सेज जनरेट करेंगे। भाई आप जनरेट करेंगे तो वादा करिए ना कि 7 लाख करोड़ देंगे। सर मेरा दूसरा सप्लीमेंट्री है, वो जवाब नहीं दी। मेरा दूसरा सप्लीमेंट्री मेरे हिसाब से ये है कि डू यू नो सर दैट 4 days ago in Mau district of UP, an old woman died because of collapse of stairs under this same PMAY. There are so many complaints about the quality of construction. What steps are being taken by your ministry to ensure that the quality of construction is of good standard or whatever standard is prescribed? And may I also, sir, I also want to know from the Honourable Minister, is that have all the installments on the scheme been transferred to beneficiaries in a timely manner so as to enable them to construct houses at the earliest? And what is the total number of beneficiaries whose claims are pending as of date? What measures is it adopting to ensure timely payment of installments at the grassroots level? सर ये मेरा पॉइंटेड क्वेश्चन है सर, मैं आपसे रेस्क्यू चाहता हूं कि मिनिस्टर साहब बड़े काबिल जरूर हैं, वो ब्यूरोक्रेट भी रह चुके हैं, मैं थोड़ा जवाब दीजिए सर हमको।
Sir, I would like to inform the honourable member that this is not a game of cricket, and I provided straight answers. Let me repeat. Those 27 straight bat, front first, foot forward. 27,500 crores is for the ministry, not for affordable housing. And as I said, over the past 5 years, we have been getting an average about 6,500 crores or so. Now, out of this 27,500 crores, what comes under PMAY is about 8,000 crores. You cannot have a situation, sir, where we cook up a figure and then we say this is the figure as if it has a finality, 700,000 crores. It could be 900,000 crores. I'm trying to explain that the scheme is implemented through 4 verticals. It's not that 1.12 crore homes are being built. Some are being sanctioned. Some are amounts as small as 1,50,000, which are given for beneficiary-led construction. If Mr. Owaisi, the honourable member, has a home of his own, he'll get 1,50,000. Equally, if you have a credit-linked subsidy scheme, which we have an interest subvention, you're a young professional, you go to a bank, you want to borrow money, we give you 3% upfront. So the figure is not 700,000 crore. So once you cut a figure and then you seek the speaker's help, sir, you don't need the honourable chair's this thing. I am providing the figure that I am providing you the figure. I am saying that if the total figure, I think we will need another 70,000 crores or so. Apart from the budgetary grants that we've got on an average of 6,500 a year for 5 years, 8,000 crore this year, and we will keep getting till 2022. If you set those aside, take 60,000 crores, which we've got through extra budgetary funding, maybe another 70,000 crores. But I cannot answer the question till I know the specifics of this. Please don't create a false narrative on this subject as well. I am providing you the answer. Because I am... Honourable Speaker, sir, I want to place the following facts before the House through you. The situation is when you carry out a major scheme like this, which provides a major transformation where every Indian has a home of their own, these come in different. Affordable housing in partnership is one. Let us say on 5 years, we got an average of 6,500 crores, which is something like previous 5 years. Now we are in a situation, we are going to exhaust the 60,000 crores. We will need another infusion. Total will be about 120, 130,000, but the exact figure will come when you know precisely how many beneficiaries there are under CLS, how many beneficiaries there are under beneficiary-led construction. Mr. Chair, Honourable Speaker, sir, the precision in figures is not a part of a political debate. It is precision in order to deliver. And the issue is that the homes are being delivered.
श्री सैयद इम्तियाज जलील जी।
अध्यक्ष, उम्मीद जगी थी लोगों के अंदर कि हर गरीब के सर के ऊपर एक छत रहेगी करके। अब उदाहरण के तौर के ऊपर अगर देखा जाए, जो उत्तर हमें दिया गया है उसमें सिर्फ अकेले मेरी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो 80,000 गरीब लोगों ने इस उम्मीद के ऊपर एप्लीकेशन भरा है कि हम इस स्कीम के अंदर क्वालिफाई हो जाएंगे। लेकिन अभी तक जितने घर सैंक्शन हुए हैं 18,178 पूरे महाराष्ट्र के लिए, जबकि सिर्फ अकेले मेरे शहर के अंदर 80,000 बेनिफिशियरीज है। और इतने सालों के अंदर मंत्री जी हम आपसे ये सवाल करना चाहेंगे, महज 50 लोगों को क्वालिफाई किया गया है। अब ये जितने भी लोग हैं ये स्लम एरिया के अंदर रहते हैं, जिनके घर छोटे छोटे से हैं। जो कंडीशंस डाली गई है वो कंडीशंस को कहीं पर भी फुलफिल इसलिए नहीं करते हैं, जैसा रजिस्ट्री चाहिए, लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट चाहिए। ये लोग बॉन्ड पेपर के ऊपर कई सालों से उस जगह के ऊपर रहते हैं। अब बॉन्ड पेपर के ऊपर अगर आप कहेंगे कि रजिस्टर्ड डॉक्यूमेंट चाहिए, लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट चाहिए, ये कई सालों से उसी जगह के ऊपर रह रहे हैं, उनकी जगह है। तो हमारा ये सवाल है कि जो कंडीशंस है वो कंडीशंस के अंदर कुछ रिलैक्सेशन दिया जाने वाला है क्या, या उसको दोबारा रिव्यू किया जाने वाला है क्या?
माननीय मंत्री जी
Sir, I think there is a little of overlap between the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana for the Grameen areas, rural areas, and Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana for the urban areas. As I said, some of the figures which we are citing here are for the rural areas. Insofar as the urban areas are concerned, sir, I want to repeat that extra budgetary funding through the National Housing Board fund was created for 60,000 crores. We will provide another tranche for this thing. Insofar as specific areas are concerned, sir, if there are rural areas, the application will have to be made under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Grameen. And we will have completed our targets by March 2022. If the demand assessment shows that some more applicants are there in urban areas, we will find out under which vertical there are, and these are issues that can be looked at. In Maharashtra, a total of 11.77 lakh homes have been sanctioned.
श्री N.K. प्रेमचंदन जी।
आप देख रहे हैं नेट्रिक न्यूज, साहस सच कहने का।